You know, we want to continue to pursue praying without prejudice because here's where we're going with this. If we want the anointing to rise, what is it rising to? If we want deliverance, what do we want deliverance from? If we want to be a blessing, who do we want to be a blessing to? So I have to find out the people who are willing to pray for people who would not be prejudiced to the cause. Personality conflicts is a human disease. Somehow or another, humans think that when they get divinely inspired by the power of God, they really think that that power is under their control, under their auspices, and they can withhold or deliver or disperse as they see fit. That is something, as maturing Christians, we have to get over. If God has called us to do something, it is vital. It is imperative that we know how to do that, even in an adversarial atmosphere. You got to know how to do it in the middle of people that don't like you. The Bible talks about there'll be people who will murder you, who will kill you, and think they do God justice, or think they do God a service. So you have to understand the religious right side, the Pharisees and those who are sad, you see. We all know that we've been taught that faith worketh by. Okay, you're gifted and you're talented, but how much love do you have? People will fizzle out if they don't love. How much do you love somebody? Do you love somebody enough to shut up? Do you love somebody enough to know when to shut up? Do you love somebody enough to know what your boundaries are, what your borders are, what not to go past? If you love them, you study them. You love people, you study them. And you know where they're weak and you know where they're strong. If you love somebody, you know where your border ends. Your border is to build a garrison around where they're weak. Your border is to build a bridge where they don't have one. Your border is to make sure you protect the bad side of it. Because as we go through time and as we submit those defense mechanisms, as we submit those survival skills to God and say, God, you now are my defense, my shield and my buckler. And Lord, as you are my protector and as you are my provider, then we start laying down. Come and lay down. What are the burdens that you have carried? It is your defense mechanism, what you have used to protect yourself. Now, if God is your protection, then if you love like God say you love, you possess all of God to the point that God is now your protector. God is now your survival. God is now your forward progress. God is now your all in all. He feels all things from top to bottom and from the side, the width of everything, the depth of everything.